Perfect.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. Welcome to a new edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I know I looked at the old montage and I was about to say
I did that the other day. I was like, Queens of, damn, that ain't even us no more. I just realized we got on the same color. Why didn't see that? But I didn't even see that before we started. That's crazy.
I know. We will always be the Queens of the Ring, but we are now also the Queens of Boxing Talk. And y'all welcome. Come on in the room. This here is where comedy meets boxing commentary. So come your tail on in the room and have a good old seat. We have lots to discuss. Friend, how you doing? How you doing this evening?
Better than I was last week. Better than I was last week.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's a slow recovery, but every day is better than the next. So I'm just staying out of the way and out of places. I'm scared to go places now.
Oh, friend.
I see. But I didn't drink a gallon of water today. This is my over the gallon now.
All right. Flush it out. Flush it out. Flush it all the way out. Y'all come on in the room. We're really happy to see y'all. Come on in. Hey.
You was vibrant today. Like, y'all see how you be like in the skate by when it's time to talk about yourself. It looks like I had a very relaxing, peaceful day today while I look like I've been beating the country streets with concrete feet.
I don't know about beating country streets with concrete feet. You don't look like that, friend. But I did have a very, very relaxing day. Today marks the beginning of my winter vacation. I'm off all today, all next week. So yeah, your girl is about to be in relaxation mode. Yeah, and I'm staying put. I'm not going anywhere this time. Typically, I try to, I will hop on a plane in a hot second, but I am going to be still. I'm gonna be still, sit my tail down this time and just, enjoy and relax. And we about to get frozen over in a couple of days is what it sounds like. If y'all in
the high is supposed to be, I think the low is like 11 on Tuesday. I was like, but it's okay because I'm gonna light my fireplace. I don't know what day it's gonna get done, but the fireplace is getting lit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I haven't lit mine all winter either, but yeah, looks like it's about to pop off this week. So y'all come on in. If you are somewhere where it's going to be freezing, make sure you take all the precautions, leave your faucets dripping, coat your faucets, all that good stuff. We don't want nobody to have no plumbing problems after the freeze leaves. But you guys come on in the room. We're so happy to see you. We have a fight this weekend. We have a weigh-in to discuss. And then we have a plethora of boxing topics to dive into. Okay. Y'all come on in the room. What's up, Sean Terrence? I see you. First super chat of the night, OGL Gill. How you doing? He says, hey, ladies. How y'all feel about our boy finally coming back outside? And he's talking. Who, Gil? We're going to deep dive into that. Because I have some thoughts and some feelings about it all. Okay, we're going to really talk about that. Coach 67, how you doing? What's up, Jason Pennywell, TZ Frank, Bionic Prince, Macados, Mac of the South, Opulent LD TV. How you doing? And thank you so much once again. Pablo Escobar, I see you in here. The Messenger 215, Marcel Curry, Marcus, Brent Fox, Shawala Ya. How you doing, Gig? Andre Styles, Joshua Connor, Tiana Scott, Deacon Dollars, Big Joe Townsend, my guy, your mentor, BFTV Boxing up in the house. How you doing, BF? Grape Diggle. John Norrie, he's been taking your advice, friend, and I've been tickled watching him trying to stay composed. It's the funniest thing ever. John Norrie, I see you. T9's boxing class.
You know what? Shout out to my nigga BF TV, because let me tell you, he really put my shit together this week to where I wasn't in, because I had planned to come out here and really, really shut YouTube down for an evening. But you know what? BF say, you motherfuckers not getting no clout off my name. How dare I mention you nothing ass niggas? When he said nothing ass niggas, that shit hit me. It's true. How dare I mention you nothing ass niggas? But I ain't got to BFT level yet. So I am gonna mention these nothing ass niggas, but not right now.
Oh, Tiana Scott, Specs, Sugar Free Mars, Dodge J. What's up, Big Quay? Hey, Quail. Lord Jesus. Prolific One. 205 ENT. Writing Yogi. How are you? What's up, Trillium, Trill Will? How you doing? Andre Styles, KF Harris. We got another super chat. Writing Yoga. She says, Beterbiev, KO and Smith, my beautiful queens. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi. It's going to be interesting. Let's see. What else do we have? Who else do we have out here? Hey, Bella girl. How you doing? Wait a minute. Naule, the Muskogean. I hope I'm saying that correct. I hope I am. Anyway, y'all come on in the room. Hey, Mo. Y'all come on in the room. Hey, Marilyn Paul. How are you, Bullet? How are you? Bullet! You made the live. How you doing? Okay, so listen. Y'all come on in the room. We're going to start with the fight, okay? Because there is a fight tomorrow. Artur Beterbiev or Beterbiev or what you call him? Beterbiev. Artur is fighting Callum Smith, okay? And we knew this fight was coming, but we got some news about old Artur this week. Apparently, Artur's HGH and testosterone levels were a bit skewed in one of those samples. And then they retested, and they say everything was everything.
They said it is a natural occurrence in the body, is what they said. They said it was a natural occurrence, but I from experience, your levels of shit get out of whack when you are sick. So maybe he has been ill and it threw his shit all out of whack. I didn't get no testosterone, even though niggas think I'm a man, but didn't get out of whack, so I don't know where that shit came from. But yeah, I ain't never heard those things getting out of whack like that. But maybe he's been sick.
Well, I would reckon if he had been sick and that would have been maybe a natural reason why that could have been possible, they would have hurried and rushed to say so. My thing is this. Why do they tell us that and then turn right back around and tell us everything is normal, knowing that it's going to cause a frenzy and knowing it's going to cause people to go.
Because we need drama in boxing. We need this kind of activity. We need something to draw eyes to this fight because this is not necessarily one of those ones that people are hugely excited about, but this is getting us closer to Bivol versus Beterbiev. So why not? He might have failed this drug test, but he's dirty, but he ain't dirty. So let's watch and see how he performs tomorrow so we can judge him before a fight gets announced with Beterbiev. I mean with Bivol. And they're gonna be calling him all kind of dirty drug cheats before he get in the ring, like they did, like they do my guy.
Ooh. Is that what happened? Hey, Writing Yogi, she says, I think Callum Smith released the news, according to Artur Beterbiev's statement. So, Callum!
Oh, now he really gonna get his ass whooped for being messy. But these men are messy. Ain't that crazy? I see how the Lord look. He made me. Sorry.
Well, that was super messy if that's what happened. Because really and truly, that information should have never been made public. We're going to talk about other news that I feel like should have never been made public. We're going to talk about it. But yeah, I think that's just putting more eyes on the boxing match. Like you said, friend, it wasn't being really talked about a lot. People are just assuming that Beterbiev is going to beat the dog's mess out of Callum Smith. I'm one of those people. I really don't give Callum much of a chance. But at the same time, we do have to take into consideration that Beterbiev is pushing 40. He's pushing 40. But he's in phenomenal shape, albeit natural or snack induced, whatever the case may be. They both came in on weight. Beterbiev came in right at 175. Callum Smith came in at let's see, what did he come in at?
I want to say he was under. He was
It
more like
was
171. That's 174.5 or one or something like that.
174.6 is what Callum came in at. So, you guys make sure you watch that fight. That's probably that's the only big fight that I'm interested in watching this weekend. So, who you picking, friend?
I'm on the only reason I'm picking Beterbiev is two things. I seen them stick a Q-tip all the way down to his white meat, and he continued to fight. Also,
In his
we
head.
need in his head. They stuck it down in his scalp and was like, "Here we go." Um, Also, we need Beterbiev and Bivol, so he has to win in order for us to get that fight because other people are losing and messing up the fights. So, damn, something wrong with me today. I don't know what's wrong. All I can say is I got bitter beef, and I want to say he knocks him out. I'm gonna go at about 9, maybe 10.
I give Callum 7.
Okay. See, I didn't want to say 8 because 8 is normally my favorite round to pick for a knockout. But I'm gonna. I think Callum got a little bit more about himself, so I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to about 9, between 8 and 10. How about that?
I'm gonna give Callum. I would have given him maybe 9 or 10, but since it's been said that he's the one that released this information about Beterbiev and the drug tests and whatnot, he probably gonna have to pay for that. So I'm gonna say Beterbiev in 7. And I'm gonna say because he's so much taller than him, because he's got a couple of inches on Beterbiev, he gonna wear his midsection. He gonna crack and break something up in that midsection. I think he gonna stop into the body. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
All right, you're right. Let me come down on that number. I'll go with you on 7.
Yeah.
8 is really pushing it because he didn't piss him off. So yeah, let's
Correct.
go between 5 and 7, friend.
5 and 7. There we go. Between 5 and 7. Okay, so listen. Glad to get that over because man, it was so much good boxing news this week. Now I want to stay where you went briefly about future fights being um blown up. A couple of weeks ago, Day of Reckoning, we all were thinking that this was the precursor to finally getting AJ versus Wilder. Well, Wilder went out, laid an egg, and so now that fight has been blown up. But what we did get instead is Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. That fight, I don't know how to feel about that fight. On the flip side of that, I'm hearing, I don't know if it's set in stone, that we're probably going to get Wilder versus Zhilei Zhang.
Yes. I do want to. I do want to talk about both of those. Before I do that, do you want to hear Beterbiev's statement on what he said about Callum?
I do. What'd he say?
He said it has. Thank you, Yogi, because she tagged us in this on Twitter. It has come to my attention that Callum Smith intends to disseminate misleading information about my VADA testing for this fight. Let me be clear now. I am a clean athlete. I have never tested positive for a banned substance throughout my career. Any attempt to imply otherwise through innuendo or suggestion is slander and liability. Oh, and that's a new word for me. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
What'd he say?
Libellous, libellous,
Abilious. Okay.
libellous,
Anybody liable?
libellous.
Yeah,
Okay,
anybody
yeah,
liable for saying it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
This conduct is beyond acceptable trash talk. Unacceptable trash talk. Callum is already searching for excuses, looking for a way out. See you on Saturday. Let me
Yeah,
look up that word.
yeah.
I'm going to like to use that word.
He done made himself liable for a worse ass whooping than was already gonna happen. That's what I'm getting
Okay.
from it. That's what I'm getting from. What's up, woke? Woo! Okay, so listen.
Well,
I'm actually excited about Ngannou and AJ, and I know people were thinking that Ngannou's success, I'm going to call it success, against Tyson Fury was kind of like a fluke, or like Tyson Fury, didn't come prepared and all that. I wasn't one of those people. I thought a lot of that was because Ngannou made him look that way. So I am really actually eager to see this matchup with AJ and Ngannou, because this is what I know. AJ is still a tad bit apprehensive. He wasn't as much in this last fight, but the person in this last fight to me is not going to be Francis Ngannou. I know a lot of people are not high on Ngannou as a boxer. I get it. I really do. But to me, that speaks of the landscape of the heavyweight division right now, that he can come in there and be competitive like he was and potentially will be. I ain't saying he gonna beat AJ up, but this is what I know. I know that he took that elbow from Tyson Fury and ate it. And so you're gonna really have to be hellified to beat him and knock him out. Now AJ may box him and win, but Francis didn't look like no slouch, y'all. So I'm curious about that fight. Now the Wilder Zhang fight, I don't want to see that. After what I saw of Wilder at 37, 38, and I know they both are older, but Zhang's last two fights and Wilder's last two fights, I don't want to see them in the ring together. I don't. I just don't want to see that. I'm not comfortable with that right now with the loss Wilder just came off of. I don't want him immediately in the ring with Zhang next. Friend, how you feel about that?
I did not want to see that. And if y'all love y'all friend the way y'all say y'all do, y'all would keep that shit from happening. AJ and Ngannou, like, I don't know. He gave Tyson Fury a run for his money, but Tyson Fury had been inactive. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of contributing factors of why he looked so good. AJ might fuck around and hurt that man. This would be the third time that AJ has been in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So he's very much very much ready to go right now. So we'll see. He might end up hurting Ngannou, which needs to happen because he didn't got too much hype about himself the way he fucked up on Fury. So I don't want to see Zhang and Wilder. I would rather for Wilder to have a much softer touch than what he had. Just something because it looked like he was trying to learn new stuff. And you can't go in there and fight an opponent like Joseph Parker and you're learning. You know what I'm saying? It's like Ryan Garcia in the Philly Shell. He needs some practice. So I'm willing to give him an opportunity before I just say I'm gonna give him a job. I want him to have something soft. He can get in there and practice all the shit that him and Malik was in there fucking doing and shit. Hey, do that in there with that person before you get in the ring with somebody like Jane. I don't trust him. He a supreme windmiller, and I you don't fuck with no supreme windmiller. Hell no. He no been in there and got swung that man by his dreads around that ring. No, I don't want to see that shit.
I really don't. I really don't. I don't want to see that next. It's too many other fights for him to have. However, he's only looking to make big money fights at this point in his career, and so if he goes back over there to Saudi, they're not finna let him just get in there with no light touch. He gonna have to get in there with some competition. So I don't feel good about that if that's the next fight for him. I really don't. I would much rather him just walk away because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that. Now, speaking of jobs and giving folks one, I need you to give our good brother from across the pond, O'Hari Davies. You said you were gonna give him a job. Did we give him one yet?
He's a janitor. Friend, I didn't realize he looked how he looked. He could, and I don't mean a janitor. He the janitors that work at the fair, the ones that be fucking with them porta potties. Friend, I didn't realize he looked like that. And they got me wondering why all the dark skinned men, I ain't gonna say all, majority of the dark skinned men from the UK got a little, you name two that don't outweigh none of them, friend. Cause Dillian White and him take a whole lot of the chunk away.
That's just them two. I canceled
Okay,
out your two with my two.
Okay, no. They look like rat cheese. And you know exactly what rat cheese look like. Big, yellow, and holy. They look like rat cheese. And then did you hear that man and his excuse of why he let that man knock him out like that in the first second of the fight?
Please tell me again what was wrong with the air in the visit in the hotel.
He said it was the air in the hotel and the fact that people was up gambling all night. Sir, were you up gambling all night? And why on earth did you blame the hotel air? And then he had the nerve to say something to Regis. Now y'all know I get on Regis, but there is some times where you can't say certain stuff to certain people, and I see it and I'll respond. He told Regis, he said something about Devin beating Regis' ass for 12 rounds. I retweeted that tweet so fast. Sir, you got knocked out by a 70-year-old man in one round. At least Regis windmilled. He tried. You didn't even pinch the bitch. The Aztec warrior stomped all over your ass, gathered his jewels in his pouch, and left.
Why he had to have a pouch?
Because they got the pouch, and it normally got the fringe on it. He put his shit in his pouch and left. He is
okay. So this is what I didn't understand about him. And you're right. A lot of the brothers, and let me just address this because we do read the comments. It was a brother in the comments from the UK, and he wanted to know why, the Americans seem to be like negative towards the brothers from the UK. I don't know. I don't know what the other brothers' issue is with a lot of the UK brothers. I don't know. I don't have no issue with UK brothers. I love y'all. I love all of y'all. I think sometimes the U.S. people in general, or we just bratty people, and we think we the only because that can exist, and it's a lot of that. But let me just say this: I have noticed that some of the brothers from the UK, some of them, they can look a little disheveled for longer periods of time. They kind of they be unkept for longer periods of time. I didn't understand why he was unkept looking when he walked into the ring, but after he got beat up by the Amazonian elder and he took to social media to explain, he looked like a totally different person because he had cleaned up. He had gotten shaved. He had gotten a haircut. He didn't even look like the same person.
He did still look. He looked like rat cheese even after the haircut. And what is wrong? Okay, I ain't got no problem with nobody from the UK, but why is Sunday Edwards the only one know where the edge up is?
And Sunday hairline throwed off.
And so why does Sonny know what to do with the razor across the front of y'all scalp, but none of y'all rest of y'all do? That's my problem with the UK people.
That is not all of them. AJ has learned what a lineup is. He did not know
AJ been in Dallas. AJ's been in Dallas.
Learned.
Friend, he had to have help. The Texans had to take him under their arms.
I think that's a UK thing. That's their preference, bruv. Okay.
Right. Well, they're still like unguarded, like they still fight with knives and shit. So I really don't expect
don't
him.
do that. Don't do that.
It's true. Can you imagine somebody pulling up on you on guard and they whip that bitch out on you?
Did you say on guard?
Maybe. My UK people, they fool with us. We heavy over there in the UK, and I didn't realize it till like the UK people be like really, really hitting us up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all, we be asleep. So don't think because you don't get an answer on guard. It is true. They have they shield and they knife. They whip that bitch out their back pocket and pull up on their ops, friend.
You know what?
Bruv.
I love bruv. When I tell you I love bruv, I love bruv. I wish we could adopt bruv instead of the N word. I love bruv. But listen, I do. I love bruv. But they do that because and we laughing and kicking, but they have strict as hell gun laws over there. You see, that's why Momac got hemmed up like he got hemmed up. They don't play about them firearms over there. I wish we would adopt that too. Because the killings that go on over here are ridiculous. Anyway, we off on a whole nother tangent.
You can't pull up on me with no goddamn machete and think I'm just going to stand there and let you cut on me.
Pow, pow.
Ahoy. Boo Boo will fit right. Boo Boo will fit right in over there, friend. He looked like he carry a damn knife in his back pocket everywhere he goes.
Listen, I have a switchblade now. Don't
see.
I have weaponry. I'm just saying.
I knew it.
Yeah, listen. Anyway, shout out to all the good brothers across the pond in the UK. The Queens of Boxing Talk. We love y'all, bruv. Okay, we love y'all. When I tell y'all I love bruv, I watch Top Boy and I'm completely on board with bruv. I love it. Anyway, y'all get edge ups, get lined up, get cleaned up. Okay, do that. And even with the scruffy beard and everything, just keep it tidy. Be kept. Don't be disheveled and unkept.
And if you got that Anthony Hamilton on the side of your face, don't cut it up. Just cut it off.
Just cut.
And that's what he got, the Anthony Hamilton. And then he looked like red cheese. Him and Dillian White. They may be siblings because they look very much related.
I have no pushback for that. I don't. I have no pushback. I don't. Anyway, so he's a janitor, and that is the new job for O'Hara Davies. Okay, O'Hara Davies, sir. You're a janitor now. Okay, so moving forward, because there's a lot to discuss. So my favorite, we haven't talked much about him because he had pretty much gone underground. He, for the last 6 months, from August to January, he has been not heard on social media at all. Rarely seen. Okay, if somebody were to have a rare sighting, it made news, but we've heard nothing from him. We had not seen him regularly, but he made a comeback to social media. And I've always said he's a quiet guy, and I'm talking about Errol Spence Jr. He seems to be a quiet guy. He keeps to himself a lot most times. But when he pops out into the people who know him and who are close to him, and for us, when we get to see glimpses of it, you can tell he has personality. He has dry humor. But you rarely see it. Well, he popped out, gave us a TD Jakes emoji, pick. I'm back, basically. And when I say he came back, he came back. And he came back and he'd been talking a lot, which is uncharacteristic of him, kind of a little bit. He shared a lot of things that he originally said he wouldn't share. So Errol Spence comes back. When we see him being wheeled out with a patch over the same eye that he had work done on before. And he had to get cataract surgery, which is not a major surgery. I think there's an 8-week recovery period if all things go well. And then he says on that same post that he made, why do you guys think I kept getting hit with so many hooks and jabs? Oh boy had a hell of a fight. I'm paraphrasing. He still gave Bud all the credit in the world. He even made a tweet saying that he felt like Bud should have gotten Fighter of the Year. He was robbed because of his performance against him. So, he said on different occasions, yes, I got my ass whooped. He never shied away from none of that. But friend, how did you feel when he came out and he said, why do you think I got hit with so many jabs and hooks?
It's not Sunday, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wish he wouldn't have said a motherfucking thing. Cause he didn't do nothing but give these little hoe ass Bud fans a reason. Have so much shit to say. I've been like saying this shit all week, and I brought it up on Twitter, and I heard BF talking about it today. Like, only in boxing are people's injuries considered excuses. My quarterback hurt himself right now and can't play. Ain't nobody gonna say, oh, he did that shit on purpose, so he can't play on Sunday because they knew he was gonna get beat. Like, we are the weirdest fucking fans in the world. And then I ain't said nothing about Bud. I gave Bud his credit. I don't mention Bud very much. I think it's very strange that how that man come out and say, I was injured. And then the first thing he say is, oh, well, I'm glad this shit is over. We ain't fighting no more, no way. So, like, y'all wanted us to believe that Shakur Stevenson was hurt against Edwin De Los Santos. That was an excuse because he won. Now, if Errol would have beat Bud through those injuries, it wouldn't have been an excuse then. It was just would have been he pushed through all his bullshit and beat that man. So when Loma fought Teofimo, he was hurt. Nobody called an excuse that Loma's shoulder was fucked up. Errol say something about being hurt. Oh, I ain't making excuses. Motherfuckers had 900 fucking videos of Errol Spence and excuses. Errol didn't say shit other than I was hurt. Is that really an excuse? Are we considering that an excuse? And we love to like not talk about shit that actually is a real fucking thing. LeBron, if I hope you don't come out there room and start hollering. If LeBron get hurt, okay, nobody is going to say, "Oh, LeBron purposely fell down and hurt his knee, so because they finna play this team and they knew they was gonna get his ass beat." Nobody's saying that when these other athletes get hurt. It's only in boxing is if a fighter come out and say I was hurt, it's an excuse. Well, what's the excuse? Like, he was hurt. He didn't spar for what, 5-6 weeks before the fight. Like, I kept telling y'all, I'm sick of seeing this motherfucking yoga. If you watch this show, every time we talked about this shit leading up to the fight, I said the same thing. I ain't seeing them do shit. Like, I'm sick of this yoga and couldn't figure out why every time I looked up, him and Frank and AJ and Ryan, they all in that bitch doing fucking yoga. I was very upset and confused and I couldn't figure it out. But it's an excuse for this man to come out and say, I'm hurt. Not to mention, like, we say this all the time, like, y'all think it's not, but it's taken away from Bud's win for y'all to say that Errol Spence was a shell of himself. So basically, Bud beat a fucking nobody by y'all standards. Either way, I'm not here to fucking argue it. My argument in this whole thing is that boxing is the only sport where a fighter can come out and say that they were hurt and people are calling the excuses. Like, I help me understand. When is it okay for one of these fighters to be hurt?
Well, I'm going to read these super chats and I'm going to let y'all know how I feel about it. Thank you so much, OG Mr. Mon. We appreciate that $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I see you, Phenomenal Mexican. He says, Oi, mate, on guard. I've caught you lollygagging, bruh.
Can you imagine they hop out on you? I seen a machete fight in a restaurant. This man had picked up a chair and was holding the chair like this and was swinging his shit at his ops. Like, y'all walking around with whole machetes in y'all jackets. Like, y'all not cool.
Bo Desi, the late bloomer, thank you so much. He says, so if they fight again and he gets hit with the same hooks and jabs, then what? Then Bud is just superior in every way imaginable.
But why are we acting like we have not already? The man came out and said he beat my ass. He whooped my ass. Do y'all want what y'all want him to do now? Kiss Bud ass? Should we kiss Bud ass too? Like, I know, and like I already know these freaking weirdos are gonna clip this shit like right when we're saying shit like this to make it seem they won't get the rest of the shit. Only this. Bud got his credit, you guys. We did a whole show giving Bud 100% of his credit for beating our guy. Now, we all said we not making no excuses. We didn't say shit. Our fighter said it. Now that the fighter done said it, I'm going to believe my fighter before I believe y'all. Y'all need to wash y'all ass good. So what make you think I'm going to believe y'all before I believe the guy that was actually going through the shit? Who do I believe? Do I believe y'all or do I believe him?
Well, that's a way to look at it. There's that. There's that. I think what my thing was, and shout out to Errol Spence for getting back into the world of boxing. Honey, we've missed you. Okay, we have missed you. We're so happy that you're back and you're active, and you know the invitation is always open if you want to come talk with the queens. Now, this is what I do want to know, because I have questions. I think him coming out and making these comments, making these statements, giving us this information, it is confirming some things for some people. It's raising more questions for other people. And I feel like I'm right in the middle of both. It confirmed for me that he wasn't his normal self, because I said that from the giddy up when my mom and I were there in color looking at him come out the ring. The first thing my mama said was, Nik, he don't look right. Something wrong with him. What's wrong with his eyes? He don't look right. Nobody had a clue in the world that anything was actually wrong with the man's eyes. So there's that. But he came out with more information. Not only was it the eye that was giving him issues, he made a series of tweets and deletes this week. And I'm not a fan of the tweeting and deleting, but he did make a series of tweets and deletes, and he pretty much acknowledged the fact that he did have a rib injury. He acknowledged the fact that he had to get approved to get a shot with the rib injury to be able to even compete, if we gonna call it competing, because what he did in there did not look like much of a competition. So there were a series of things that were wrong with Mr. Spence, but he never confirmed anything. Well, he decided he wanted to confirm some shit. And I think and it's not a problem, but if it were me, if he were my client and we were talking and we were going over what, we're about to do because we're coming back, it would have been one or two things. Either don't address it at all, because what's going to happen is we would have known about the eye surgery, but he could have kept quiet about it. He didn't have to acknowledge it. He could have just said, I had another procedure. We wouldn't have known the details, and we would have been speculating like we've been doing for the past 6 months. I think for me, it was the caption. It was what he said, because some people took it as a joke. It's left up for interpretation now. Some people took it as a joke. Some people took it as an excuse. Some people took it as a valid reason as to why he didn't look like himself in the fight. Me being from Dallas, us being from Dallas, I feel like this. If you're going to address it, then address it. This is what was wrong with me. Yeah, I had all kind of ailments, X, Y, and Z. He fought a hell of a fight, but I'm about to whoop his motherfucking ass because I'm going to be at my full potential in this next fight. Sell me. Sell me. Sell me on this rematch if that's what you're going to do. Sell me on it. Because right now, with that performance, I don't know if you're going to go in there and look like that again. I don't know if that last fight is going to have some effect on you in this next fight. So don't leave it open-ended for me. If you're going to come back and you're going to tell me what it is, hey, my eyes was fucked up, my ribs was fucked up, I wasn't at my best. But I'm about to be at my best. Because if we get this rematch, we probably going to get it again in July. Maybe Juneteenth, hopefully. So it'll be right around a year. You'll have full time to recover. Go all the way that way. Don't half-ass it and say, this was that, but he still put on a hell of a fight. Dude put on a great fight. He did what he was supposed to do with 50% of me. But he ain't gonna be able to do shit with 100% of me. Talk that shit to me like that so I can want to buy the goddamn fight. That's all I'm saying. Or don't say nothing at all. Keep not saying nothing. Just keep working and show me. Show me when it come time for the build-up. Show me then. But like right now, you've opened up the door. Unless all of this is for build-up marketing purposes. And if that's the case, then I get it. I get it. You got to rebuild this fight because if you're going to do it again. My thing is, why is Bud Crawford out here, unless he's in cahoots with it too, which very well could be, why is he out here talking like the fight's not going to happen again? You ain't going to fight nobody if you don't fight Errol. Because if you don't fight Errol next, you're not getting no Canelo fight. You're not.
And he said he's not fighting no Boots.
So what are you going to do? Retire? If that's what you're going to do, then do that. But you can't be around here talking about what you ain't going to do.
And you know what's crazy, friend? Errol gave up so fucking much to make that fight. And like I hate he lost the way he lost because it gives Bud every right to say what he's saying.
Yes.
I ain't gotta fucking fight you. Like, move on, good life. But like, just to know all the shit that man had to sacrifice to get the fucking fight in the first place, down to a fucking funky ass coin flip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gonna say fuck that, and now you done found out the man. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it looked like because I don't want you goddamn buzztards to be jumping on me in the comments after the show. But like, you find out the man is hurt, now he getting healthy and saying I want to fight again, and you don't want to fight him at his 100% best. What, friend? Go ahead.
I told y'all when the fight first happened and it was over with, I felt like Bud knew going into the fight that he had injuries. I feel like Bud knew that. I feel like Bud knew. I feel like Bud took it easy on him in those mid rounds.
And he all on Twitter talking to the real face of boxing and shit. Like Teofimo said, he black from the waist down.
Wait, because we're gonna talk about that. Wait. That's
Okay.
a whole nother horse of a different color. Wait, we gonna talk about that. I feel like Bud knew that Spence was hurt. I feel like he knew that he was hurt. I feel like he carried him a couple of those rounds. I feel like the fight could have been over with quicker if he wanted it to, because there was nothing coming back at him that was worrying him at all. He said it. He got hit flush in round 2, and he was thinking to himself, "Is this it?" He knew. You can't. Just like it was circling, and we didn't know it, and it came out right after the fight. You can't tell me that Bud in his camp or somebody hadn't got wind of that man's injuries. I just don't believe it. Either which way it goes, to me, and this is about Spence. This ain't about Bud, because Bud did what Bud was supposed to do. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. You in there with somebody hurt, you beat their ass. You in there with somebody less superior, you beat their ass. This ain't about Bud. Bud did what he was supposed to do. This here is about Errol Spence Jr. You came out, you popped back out, you here, you on the internet, you talking, you telling us what was wrong with you. And I'm not calling an excuse. I don't think you calling an excuse, but it's the delivery that you came with that I wasn't fond of. If you gonna come out with it, don't come out with it like tiptoeing with it, because now it's too much of the speculation. Now come out with that shit. Look, I wasn't all the way right, but I'm gonna be right in this motherfucker rematch though.
And like I want y'all to stop. It fucking pisses me off to see this shit so goddamn bad. Like, they want us to dispute the fact that Errol got his ass whooped. You
Ain't no
guys,
disputing it.
Errol got his ass beat. Y'all saying the shit doesn't like make it any different, or it doesn't change the fact. Like, it's not doing what y'all think it's doing. Like, we got it. The fighter acknowledged that he got his ass beat. Us as the real fans that didn't make any excuses for him after the fight, we acknowledge the fact that he got his ass beat. Like, I don't know what y'all get out of saying that extra he got his ass beat. I don't know what extra y'all get out of that when we've already acknowledged the fact that he got his ass beat. Now we on to what's next. Now, y'all can think that it's going to happen again. That's fine. But we want the opportunity to see our fighter 100% himself. And if it's the same thing, we cool with that. Now, Errol might get a job. It's time for him to be farmer dad full 100% time. But give us the opportunity to see what our guy look like healthy, instead of, we all wondered. We didn't come out and say it. We all wondered what the fuck was wrong.
See, that's
Go
the
ahead.
thing, and that's why I don't talk to these fans, these Bud fans that still doing their victory lap. I ain't even talking to them no more. When I'm talking, I'm talking to people who are decent fans, and it's mostly Spence fans that I can have a sane, solid conversation with. I ain't even talking to them no more. I ain't even acknowledging them no more. They can circle jerk each other. I don't give a damn about them. What I'm saying is, you don't have nowhere else to go, Bud. You signed the PBC. They're not going to allow you to fight anybody else but Errol Spence.
And y'all stop saying, go ahead, friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you talking about, you good and nothing but respect. Yeah, I know you do have respect, because you got your biggest payday with this man. So yeah, I absolutely nothing but respect. I'm just saying, EJ, don't get even, because nothing else. Unless, again, this is all a part of the marketing scheme to draw up excitement for round for the next fight. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to read some of these super chats. Champion's Heart, thank you so much for the 5-piece. He says, salute to the queens of the ring, respect to the chat. I mostly don't catch you live, ladies, but I do watch most replays. Respect to your grind, ladies. Thank you. Thank you, Champion Heart. We appreciate that. I guess it's the Coach Amber. She says, I'm so proud of my sisters. Please stay unapologetic because that's what makes y'all authentic. Thank you, Coach Amber. We appreciate it. And watch for the hook. Thank you for the $2. He says, yeah, they know. Conte knew, Virgil knew, Ward knew. All of them knew. And that was my other thing. I'm glad I read that. That's why I don't even want to talk to the Bud fans, because as much as we sit up here and give Bud all the credit in the world, they refuse to acknowledge that Errol Spence Jr. was not himself. If they watch boxing, if they seen Errol fight before, they know that Errol that fought Bud Crawford that day was not the same Errol Spence Jr. that they were used to seeing. Whether it be punch resistance or just not head movement, defense, whatever the case may be, you guys have never seen him look like that. Ever. But they won't even say that because they feel like that may be taking something away from Bud Crawford. It's not taking anything away from him. Just acknowledge the fact that, you know what, Spence didn't really look like what I thought he was going to look like. I don't know if that was really, they won't even do that. That's why I don't even acknowledge them no more, because I just can't. I can't.
Why are we at this point? Because like they get more satisfaction out of saying my guy beat your guy's ass than anything. They won't take into consideration. But these are the same people that 100% believe that Shakur Stevenson had a shoulder injury, but I thought it was a hand, but I thought he was sick. Excuse is an excuse though, right? Okay.
Lawrence RBE, thank you so much. He says, hi, ladies. I rock with Errol heavy. If Errol was having these issues, he should have delayed it, and like Pac-Man did. Get back with Blu-ray. DJ, I need you to get rid of the negative energy. 154 or no fight. And I did want to address that also. Thank you so much for that super chat. You made me remember a point, because I've heard a lot of people saying, why didn't he just delay the fight? Y'all, if you think about it, he had already had to delay the Pac-Man fight. That was a huge payday that fell by the wayside. And he's already had a lot of setbacks going into this fight. It was already a hard, difficult negotiation process. So the last thing he would, and this is just me thinking, if I were in that position, you would want to do is stall out the fight that has already been stalled to damn death. Okay. And delay it again. If he had done that, just like y'all are saying now, that wouldn't have been an excuse not to make the fight. And who knows if we ever would have gotten the fight at all. Who knows? And we're not going to mention the huge elephant in the room. Both gentlemen got huge paydays. Nobody's just going to walk away from that kind of money at the last minute. Not after all those already setbacks. Now, I understand it. It's easy for us as fans to say, well, why wouldn't he just, we talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. And another thing I want to address is all you people that are going around saying it should have sold more. It should have at least been $1 million pay-per-views. Since when did 650,000 pay-per-views? Since when was that not a lot?
That ain't shit to these new boxing fans, friend. They complain about everything.
Who are y'all? Who the fuck are y'all? We first of all talking about Bud Crawford, who ain't never even sniffed 150. Has he sniffed 200,000 K? Has he? The fuck? And if you really want to be honest, if he hadn't have been such an asshole about having it in a neutral site, had they had that mug in Dallas, it would have done more. Man, say, look, stop that. Stop saying that. Oh, it should have done more than it did. No, it did what it was the fuck supposed to do. It did what it was the hell supposed to do. And that's not a bad number. So stop that. Stop that. I hate when y'all do that. Stop that. It ain't but a handful. You can't even count on your hand how many people done $1 million pay-per-views. You can't. So stop acting like 650 million or 650,000 was some type of failure. It was not. What projections did you have? Make me sick. Anyway, EJ, who is this? L Undefeated. He says, thoughts on EJ saying wasn't living fighter's lifestyle. We knew that already. That wasn't the first time that he said that. Now, my question is, were you still not living a fighter's lifestyle even after the second car wreck? And that's why I'm saying I hate that he opened up the can of worms, because for me, I have more questions now. I know you said before you very stubborn and you have a big ego. Surely after you flipped that fucking Ferrari, you wasn't still doing. And I know he said a little bit after that he was, but like after that second accident, the head-on collision with the little boy that ran the red light, surely you wasn't still. Those are questions that I have. Come on the show, EJ. We got questions, honey. Come on to the room. Come on in, because we really have questions. Okay, yeah. L Undefeated. That made me have one more questions. That wasn't news to me, but I want to know, when have you had? Was he still at that time during the Bud buildup? Was he still not living a fighter's lifestyle? Because at that point, I'm thinking he on the straight and narrow. Now, if he tell me he was off the beaten path yet again, then I'm going to be mad. Okay, I'm going to be real mad. Coach Amber says Bud fans more mad than EJ fans. And Bud don't like his own fans. The fuckery. We still love our guy. The fuck. I got time today. You got time, Coach Amber? Come on in, girl. Come on in. Also, Nakia, make him freeze. Anthony, hey, girl, hey. She says salute, Queens. Just saying, hey, y'all, hey. And Mr. Munn, he says, if Bud just simply the superior fighter, it should be easy to do it again. As a matter of fact, he has no choice. He has to be EJ in the same manner, or else it buys into EJ being hurt. Mr. Munn, that's exactly what it is. At this point, and this is why we should all be being a champion for the next fight. Because that's going to be the put up or shut up. Okay. If EJ really had ailments like he said he had, then we'll see. We'll see. If he's healed and 100%, if he's better than he was before, we should see a better version of EJ. And I'm not saying EJ gonna win, but we'll see a better fighter than what we saw. And if Bud is that guy, he's seen Spence before. So he knows what to expect. Why wouldn't he be able to do it again? You've been in the ring. You got data. Y'all let us say he downloads data. You got data now. Real-time data. So it should be nothing for you to wipe the floor with him yet again. And that's why I want to see the second fight. Because I truly believe my guy was not at his best. I don't even think he was half of himself. So why would he get in the ring? Like a lot of people ask, money. A lot of y'all doing a lot of stuff for money. Okay, going in the ring.
And it's a whole lot of y'all doing a lot of it for free, but
okay. So going in the ring, tell me I could go to my job and have a bad day and make quadruple what I make in one day. I'm going to go have a bad day and go to the bank. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, I hate to say, you hate it as a fan. As a fan, we don't want to say that. We hate to hear that shit, but that's just the reality of the situation. He went in there because he did not want to lose out on that paycheck. Simple as that. Maybe in his mind, he thought that version of him could do something with Bud. Bud made him regret it, as he should. And he should be wanting his get back, like he say. So we gonna see. We gonna see. You know what, Bella? Do I think ass whoopings like that take beatings off of? Sometimes yes. Sometimes yes. And especially for somebody like Spence, because he's already had a lot of wear and tear on his body. So yes, sometimes yes. I can't lie to you about it. But my guy, he ain't had no quit in him. I didn't see it in his eyes. I didn't see it in his face. He still wanted to fight. So I don't know. He's going to have to show it to me. And if he can show it to me, then he just is the superior guy. He's everything that you guys said he is. And I don't doubt that he is, but he's special. He's Timothy. But show it to me again. Sorry. What you want me to say?
Floyd kept having to prove himself to people. Ain't no reason for you to whoop the one main man's ass and then say what you is and what you ain't gonna do. Like, you supposed to be that guy. Go be him. Be him, but start with my guy first. Start with my guy first.
If for no other reason, because you said you would.
And I my brain been wondering and shit, because, I'll be watching y'all and I don't say nothing. I'll be in everybody's chat watching everything y'all got to say every fucking day. And one person I ain't seen a lot of is Blue. And Blue always got a post to say something about the hot topics that's going on in the world. I ain't seen Blue lately.
Which Blue you talking about?
Not Blue Blood. I mean Blue, the mysterious power giver. Mr. I can lift this shit with this shit on my back. Him. I ain't seen very much of him. And I'm not the one to speculate, but I know a whole lot of people was requesting that he get back in that camp. So I'm wondering, since I ain't seen him lately, if he didn't inched himself, because Errol is in shape. Did you see the picture he posted of himself and his babies?
I did. And you know what? That's I'm glad you said that, friend, because that's another thing. I heard all of you I heard all the chatter and all the talk when the person posted I forgot what photo of Earl was circulating, and everybody swore he was 500 pounds. And when Derrick James said no, he hadn't been in the gym. No, he hadn't been in the gym. It makes so much more sense now. If you're nursing a rib injury, you're not going to be in the gym. You're going to be healing. You're going to be healing. There's no surgery for that. You just got to rest and heal. So all of that makes sense now, guys. It all makes sense now. We shall see. I hope he's black. I hope he's back with Blu-ray. I hope Blu-ray is back in the camp. I had heard that, but I have no confirmation of that. I had heard it though. So we shall see. We shall see. I feel like my guy is in the lab. I saw them little plaits when he came out when he was in the wheelchair getting wheeled to the thing. That hair done grew out. He got some plaits growing on. If my guy come in there with some braid, I don't know. I'm just saying. I feel like we're gonna be in for a treat in this rematch. I feel like what I said at the beginning of this whole thing is gonna happen. I feel like we're gonna have a trilogy on our hands. That's how I feel. But we shall see. Now, is there anything else you wanted to say on that topic? Because I want to move somewhere else.
It depends on where you're moving. I'm done with that topic because we gotta get them girls, because I know where you're going.
Go ahead. Where you want to go?
Let's hit them girls, and then we'll hit that next one, because I already know what you want to talk about. Let's hit the girls, then we'll talk. No, we'll hit the girls last. We'll hit the girls last. Go ahead.
What you think I want to talk about, friend?
Teofimo.
Okay, so I know he's your guy. I know you like Teo, and Teo has a fight coming up, y'all, in February. If y'all didn't know, he's fighting Jermaine Ortiz. I want to say February 17th, something like that. But Teo has been going on his media rounds, making his rounds. He was at the O'Hara Davies fight. He's been out and about circulating, doing his media rounds. And we would love to have Teo on the show too, if he would dare. Come on. Boxiana loves Teofimo Lopez. Me, I like the fighter. I'll just leave that there. Okay. But in these media rounds, he thought it was a good idea to tell the people that he's black below the waist. I'm gonna read this super chat. Anthony Latham, how you doing? He says, I have to say, Teo's doing a good job of bringing shine to his fight. Undermines the fact it's on a Thursday. There's that too. Friend. What do you make of this? Why is this man running around telling folks he black below the waist?
I think that's very, very strange. These fighters, some of these people obsessions with like black people's underparts. I don't know why he would say something like that. Like, why would
You know why he said it.
I don't know why he said it, friend. I'm be frank with you. I don't know. I think their obsession with meat of melanated color is very strange to me. I don't know why that he mentions it so much. I don't know. It's all the time, friend. And I just I don't want to assume. I don't like assuming about people. I don't know why he said that. Some of the stuff he say is very questionable. That was one of those things that I found questionable. There's no reason for him to. There's no reason for you to say anything like that. Like your people have packages, sir. Like, why would you take that? Why are we even having this discussion in the first place? Like, what did you think about that was appropriate? Like, he be talking and it give Cocaine Chronicles so bad, so very much bad, and I just sometimes I don't want him to speak because it takes away from him as a fighter. Because people go and they pull out all the dumbass shit that he's managed to say and it overshadows some of the good things that he said. It's not very much good that he have said, but he got a shitload of bad. And like every time he speak, it got something to do with a melanated person. Every single time. Like, sir, if you want to be black, if you identify as a black man, just go and come out as transracial. We living in the time, sir. You could be, if you want to be an elephant in the room, guess what? You can identify an elephant in the room and people ain't got to do shit but respect it. If you want to be a black man, sir, just come out as transracial. You can be a black fighter. Just say that you are a black man now, Teofimo. That's it. You don't have to go through all of the weirdness and the semantics and all that shit. That to me, that's not selling no fight. Telling everybody that you black from the waist down. Contrary to what you may think, sir, that's a rumor. Some of these people of melanated skin don't have what you think that they have. They have what you have. And either way, why are we making a discussion about meat? This is boxing.
Why?
It's getting real sexual and tension on around here. What?
Why is he talking about meat? Why is he talking about below the waist? Why? Why? Why, Teofimo? Why? What is wrong with you? Every time I see him with a microphone in his face, I cringe because I know he's going to say something absurd. I cannot where is the PR team? Where are the interview specialists for these people?
They don't have none, friend. Frank Martin is lucky enough to have that. He don't have to go, y'all ain't never seen Frank on any of these fucking channels saying some off the wall shit. Everything that Frank say is well thought, is very calculated. He don't go out there and embarrass himself. There is no PR team for that young man. He is just out here, him and his daddy.
He is a
Cocaine and
clown.
burr.
He is a freaking clown. He is a clown. And every time he speaks, it makes me cringe. And I hate it for him because he could actually, there was a time that I liked him. There was a time that I liked him. I was looking forward to Heisman night because he was going to put on a good performance and turn a backflip afterward. I liked him. But as soon and I mean as soon as he beat Loma, he turned into a nut. He turned into a complete nut job. And he ain't been the same since. I don't know if he goes to his therapist regularly, but you need to. You should. I know there's probably medication you need to take that he can't take because of the job that he has. So you need.
Same thing with them Charlos. You said that from.
I did. I mean that. When you can't take the medication that should be prescribed to you, you definitely should be going to see your therapist once a week. You need to have a standing appointment on somebody's couch, sir, because it ain't right up there. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Like, what is wrong with you? When that came out your mouth, you should have like been on, you know what, cancel that, take that back. I ain't mean that like that. Acknowledge that shit sounded crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? For real? Where's his people at? Where your mama at? She can't slap taste out your mouth. What's wrong? Girl, that pissed me off so bad. You sound dumb. And on top of all of that, you're doing all of that talking and you're showing all them fucking teeth that you still ain't got pulled out your head. What's wrong with you? Anyway, I'm sick of Tio. I'm very interested in this fight, though, that he has with Jermaine Ortiz. Because Jermaine Ortiz is no slouch. Teofimo has been known to be lackluster against competition that is not top tier. Okay, Jermaine is not top tier, but he is no slouch. So I'm very interested to see what type of performance Tio has against him. And to add intrigue to the performance, I do believe that Jermaine Ortiz is going to have one Bill Haney in his corner. I believe Bill Haney has been in his camp. I don't know if he's his head or lead trainer, but he has been in camp with Jermaine Ortiz. So that should be very interesting. Very, very. Wondering if Bill is going to be at the press conference. We shall see. We going to see. That's going to be very interesting. What other super chat do I have? Mr. OG, Mr. Munt, he says, that's not going to be your wife back. Oh, that's not going to bring your wife back, Tio. She already know what you got, buddy. Damn. Speaking of wives, folks getting divorced, having children, and all of that. Friend, we didn't really get to dive deep into the fuckery of Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, y'all, for me, is one of those ones where I teeter on the fence with him. I try to give folks a new slate after 3 months. Get them off my shit list because everybody has opportunity to grow, develop, mature. And so you can't keep them on the shit list all the time. Well, he's back on my shit list because this man blatantly ducked, and I don't use the word duck lightly. He blatantly ducked Devin Haney yet again. Now, I wasn't a big, huge fan of that fight to begin with, but I feel like Devin is due a nice money grab. And that would have indeed been one. It's a lot of things you could say about Ryan Garcia, but he's a popular boxer. Not a top tier boxer, but a popular boxer. And it would have been a good fight to generate some decent money, I do believe. The reason why I'm calling it a duck friend is because he's the one who did the calling out. Devin wasn't studying him, but after Devin's win, he stepped up to the plate. I want to fight. I've instructed my team to fight Devin Haney next. And then all of a sudden, after the Amazonian elder beat up on O'Hara Davis, he decides, no. I want to fight Rolly. What were your thoughts on that whole? And prior to that, please let it be noted that he was in the YouTubery streets with one Floyd Mayweather. Do you think there was any influence from Floyd on that decision?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They want Ryan and Tank again. And why not give him why give him the Devin Haney? And they want Tank and Ryan again. Tank and Ryan made a shitload of money. Of course they want that again. Same result, but they made a shitload of money with that fight. And Ryan was game to fight Devin until he got with Floyd. And Floyd, besides Floyd's grandson, that's the only person that Floyd got his best interest at heart is KJ. Everything else is a money motivated move, and he has to be in the center of it. Like, I don't know, that shit was very televised. Like, I feel like that had been the plan all along. Like, and seeing Ryan as the poster boy of making single mothers was not on my bingo card for the week. Like, it was a lot that week with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I preach to you young guys very often. Don't have no babies. Ain't no reason for y'all to be trying to start no family and all that shit. Cause this is what happens to you. Like y'all are living in a time of gold digging woman. Get the bag lady. And a baby is gonna solidify that shit every single time. You give her a baby, she got your ass for 18 years, $400,000 a month in child support. And guess who gotta pay it? Your goofy ass. Cause y'all like Instagram models and not nobody that got a little sense about themselves and they own money. Y'all gotta give Miss BBL and that look real good. Now good luck. Now she got your ass for 18 years. So when I say y'all don't need no babies, don't have no babies, that's why I say what I say to y'all and I mean what I say. Cause y'all be getting caught up in the craziest situation as young boys. And I have a son. So that same thing that I be preaching to y'all, I preach to my own kid. Cause y'all getting caught out there, and Ryan Garcia straight up shows y'all how that shit and how fast it worked. How fast it worked. Fuck Floyd. Floyd always got to be in the center of shit with his Cambodian ass hair, going for runs at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Ryan, listen, all this shit for show. They finna make Tank and Ryan too. Just wait on it. And why he not getting Devin? I don't want to fight Devin. This is the second time they even did that. Now, when Devin come back around for that third time, Devin better tell him to kiss his ass.
Well, that's what Devin said. Don't ever mention my name again. Female vagina is what he said to him, and I don't blame him. I just don't understand why go through all of that knowing damn well you never had any intentions of fighting that man. But ain't nobody around here calling Ryan no clout chaser. Mm-mm. You love to use that term is reserved for one somebody. But when it's a blatant chasing of the clout, ain't nobody really, deep diving off into that. It's so much other shit to talk about. Nobody want to talk about that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Watch for the hook. He says, Nino Ryan said, cancel that bitch. Give me a new one. I guess so. I reckon he did. I guess so. Oh, he's a clout demon, not a chaser. Please enlighten me, Drink. What's the difference? And all I'm saying is,
I can tell you.
Go ahead, tell me.
Clout demon is like the ultimate clouter. Like they don't have to go look for no clout. They are the clout, and they put that shit on full display every fucking time. A chaser is Ryan Garcia, always slutting himself out for a view.
Oh. Well, okay. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Thank you very kindly. I just find it interesting. I don't see as many videos about that as I would if that were somebody else. And friend, you said a thing, right? You said a thing that was very interesting to me because I mean, you did a little straightening last week on our show, so the I things were a little different this week on the
Um,
YouTuber.
oh, it very much was. And like I tried to like say shit in a way that certain people would pick it up and get it, but they didn't. And like I hate that some of the shit that I said got interpreted the way that it did. But I also said if you felt like this is for you, it was for you. Like I know a lot of these people's content is better than what they giving. And if Devin Haney is all you got to give every fucking day, it just is what it is. I'm not gonna watch it. But I know y'all better than that. And they did, believe me, buddy. What everybody except for one motherfucker, and I'm gonna wait to the very, very end. Everybody, they did what they were supposed to do. The content was great. Everybody got all the boxing talk that they wanted to see. They got it. And I didn't even have to get nobody chat this week and say shit. I was just watching just to see. When I tell you different, it was good. It was
It was
great.
it was. Yeah. Now,
Back to normal.
Copper Aborigines, elaborate. He says, Shakur, Nik, BOXIANA, who y'all got for the Joshes versus Frank fight on March the 9th? Who you talking about, Frank? And what Josh and what Frank you talking about? Because I haven't heard anything. Who you talking about? I don't. Who you talking about? What you talking about? Which Frank you talking about? Okay, so look. Yeah, yeah. Boots got a little topic. Everybody, it was spreading around.
It was spread around, and it was even, friend. It was even. Beterbiev and Callum got they shine this week. It's
Yeah.
so much shit that we could be talking about, and like I said, these people deliver good content. That's how I started watching this shit in the first place. Not for the Devin fucking talk, for the shit that they were giving me before Devin. We went back to normal, and I was just watching. I didn't have to get nobody chat. I didn't have to say this is amazing. Everybody did a thing except for one motherfucker.
Well, yeah. So what I was gonna say about the whole Devin and Ryan and the Floyd Mayweather effect and the cancellation of and we have this discussion every now and again about who's the face of boxing. And friend, I have to be honest with you. It's not Sunday, it's Friday, but I have to give my honest assessment because there are a couple of different variables that you have to weigh when talking about the face of boxing, right? So different people have their different categories of why they think somebody may be the face of boxing, blah, 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 blah. Most of the time, numbers come into play. Pay-per-view numbers are a huge thing. A side, B side, people talk about that shit way too much for me. But I get it. It's a part of boxing. But that's still Canelo Alvarez, if we actually are being honest. He has the most $1 million gates. $1 million pay-per-view sales. He's done it more than once. Now, you know how I feel about Canelo. I think he's a good fighter, a really good fighter. I just don't like the fact that he got caught dirty. I don't like that. So everything that he does after that, I have to question. But I like Canelo. Even with him being from Mexico and not being the best English speaker, he's still very marketable. He's likable, and he gives good performances in the ring for the most part. So he gives good performances. He brings the most money. I can see why. But if we really being honest, really, really being honest, sadly, it's still fucking Floyd. Sadly, it's still freaking Floyd Mayweather. This man ain't fought. He been retired for as long as he been retired. Ryan Garcia is seen with Floyd Mayweather, and all shit breaks loose. You already know the effect he has with Tank Davis. And I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all gonna get mad. You're gonna be biting your tongue off, mad and calling me all out my name. Tank is a really good fighter. He gives knockouts and he sells. But not we're not gonna act like a lot of the reason, a big chunk of the reason why he sells is because of Floyd Mayweather. It just is. It's the truth. It ain't no shade. That is just the truth of the matter. And he's been linked with Floyd for so long now that it's going to always be that way. Right now, we're even speculating on whether or not he's still with him or not. Some say he is, some say he ain't. We don't know. They joined at the hip. That's just what that is. It ain't no shade. But then there's this other guy who shall remain nameless that gets talked about a lot. A lot. Some people be whining and crying, talking about his promoter. He's having dinner with YouTubers. Are people not supposed to be promoted? What? Why come it's only a select group of people who a lot of folks think are supposed to be at the top? If you can fight your way to the top, that's where the hell you're supposed to be. Simple. If you can fight your way to the top and get the additional nudge of an all-time great, woo-wee, that's where you're supposed to be. But let's not act like we don't know that contributes to that. And I ain't saying I'm mad about it. But let's just keep it a buck. Because that's what y'all like to say. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. Why is it that folks be feeling mad and like the nameless person is 25? I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe the two top tier sellers right now were anywhere close to what he's doing when they were 25. I don't believe. Am I wrong in thinking that? So when y'all be comparing the nameless person to these other people, please keep in mind he's 25. We're going to see where he is and what he's doing when he's that age. We'll see. Or we can just see what were they doing when they were his age. If we're talking about all things being equal. So there's another person. I just thought I'd throw that in there. There's another person who came out. Because a lot went on. After an interview that he did, he was asked why he didn't present if he was hurt. We're talking about another boxer that, came into a fight that was injured. And I guess after mulling it over and being questioned in his appearance on this channel, he decided, you know what? I am going to release. I'm going to release my injury report. And so Shakur Stevenson, shout out to Everything Boxing, shout out to Knockout Boxing for asking the question. He sent him his medical records, friend. He showed where he had a finger injury, friend. Did that change your mind at all?
Absolutely not. And I don't leave. Just stay here. Absolutely not. And I don't give a fuck what he showed that motherfucking nigga. Or what the fuck they talked about on that channel in that fucking interview. Cause I told y'all I watched everybody's shit this week, because I just wanted to see what everybody was gonna say. Because I knew somebody was gonna say something. And all the people that should have treaded lightly, it's a motherfucker with an 8 up her line. Come back, friend. Come back. I was very much confused on why, like, some of the shit that got said, and like we're towards the end of our show. That's the only reason I'm gonna address it, because I said I wasn't. I was gonna take a page out of my brother BFTV show and say, I don't watch you motherfuckers and I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. But like some shit kind of just got crossed up for me. Not never one time have I ever came out here and wanted to be a boy. I've never come out here looking like no man. I've never addressed myself as a man. I say some very feminine, womanly things on this fucking show. And this juicy mouth bitch came out and said, you want to be a man. I want to be a man, sir. I was very much confused on where that fucking comment even came from in the first place. I want to be a man. Just because I talk hard, that don't make nothing manly about me. That's how I know you niggas and suckers and can't even come up with your own fucking shit to say. You weak ass come out with some shit. You want to be a man. Then the motherfucker said something about some goddamn lace fronts. Sir, you need to lace front your fucking self. The audacity for you to even mention my hair. I take this fucking wig off. I still got a head full of goddamn hair. Come back, friend. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. I got a head full of hair once I take this fucking wig off, but I know what you ain't got. But I know what you do have. A open goddamn space up there. That's why you can't do shit without them fucking hats on. But like salty at me because I said y'all was over there sucking dick and I wasn't the only one that said it. A whole lot of different people said it, but of course, everybody feel like they can attack me because I'm a goddamn girl and I ain't gonna say shit back. I absolutely 100% am gonna say something back to you. I don't give a shit about what they doing on that motherfucking channel. You won't get a guy. I'll be dead before I go over there and view shit else over there. Talking about you mentoring 15-year-old boys, because you are the 15-year-old boy. Yeah, I got a 15-year-old boy hairline too. I know what you ain't got. But see, I would be out of line to go and say some shit like that. So I said that whatever I was going to address, I was going to address it on my channel because I feel like I needed to address it here. But I need to tell y'all because I talk hard to y'all. That don't make me want to be no man. I don't carry myself like no man. I don't act like no man. Everything I do is girly. I got a deep ass voice for a woman, but I was just made like that. But I ain't nothing about me manly. But I know a dick sucking nigga when I see one. And you gonna forever remain that just because you thought you was gonna put yourself in a bitch position to talk about woman shit with me like my hair. Ain't nothing manly about no man talking about no fucking wigs because you offended that I hurt your feelings because I said you suck dick instead of asking Shakur some real ass fucking questions. You was over there groveling at the balls. But it is what it is, friend. Don't leave. I'm done. I'm done. I over here. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want to call me. Don't call me no goddamn man. I never put me. I ain't nothing trans about me. I'm 100% born a goddamn girl. And the person that's responsible for this home that I'm in, I know I'm 100% girl. That's why I'm in this bitch. This nice motherfucker that I got. Cause I'm 100% girl. So don't ever fucking forget that shit. I didn't get in this bitch by myself. So I ain't nothing about me needy, none of that goddamn shit. So you could take that to the bank and cash it. I promise you that you can leave with some money behind it. That's all that's it, friend. I don't give a fuck about no injury report, what Shakur said over there to the motherfuckers, because he can tell them I shit gold and they'll believe it.
Oh well, all righty then. So yeah, thank y'all.
We
What's the
can't leave yet. Hell yeah, we got one more thing.
one more thing? Since
We
we
got one
talking
more
about
thing.
girls and lace fronts and whatnot, the girls ran into each other on a flight. The girls.
Did you see her dressed like a goddamn Augusta pimp? And I know everybody fly different, friend. I don't go and be dressed up when I get on a plane, friend. I ain't never. I've always been bust down sweats and a t-shirt whenever I had to fly. I want to know why on earth she had on boots for this occasion and a glitter moo. I ain't never seen no glitter moo.
Was it a jersey, friend? I'm gonna call it the jersey.
It was a moo. That bitch was long in the back, but it was glitter. How did you find boots to get on the goddamn plane, but couldn't find no boots out here in Dallas, and you got them damn Washington sandals on? Why you came out here like that, but had on boots in the plane? And let me tell, I want y'all to stop saying Alicia Baumgartner is scared of Clarissa Shields, you guys. That is a lie. That woman is not afraid of no damn Clarissa Shields. They was talking that shit to each other. Clarissa got serious. I was like, oh. So I just knew Alicia had straightened her shit up at that point because she was like, stop capping. I was like, oh, they really into it in this bitch. Now I'm going to tell y'all, okay? Because my friend said something on that plane that would have collected me to collect my items and get off that bitch if we hadn't taken off. Because she said, you know, I already know it's bomb time. I'm finna leave. We in the wrong area for you to be mentioning some motherfucking bombs, baby. Bomb word. What do you mean? It's time to leave. Get me off this motherfucker for real. Is you already know it's bomb time. No. What do you mean? Where's the bomb?
Right. It's rephrase that. You
I would have
say
got
Barbie time. Something. Don't.
something. I would have got smooth in her shit though. Are you going to the back? We flying first class and you in the back?
Friend, I thought I was the only one who noticed that.
No, ma'am. I noticed it.
You know I fly. So I was like, why is she still going? What?
Are you going to the back?
I know.
If I was Alicia first class, baby, first class. It's first class time, coach. Kevin coach. Oh, baby, she was Kevin's coach, Clarissa. I would have got right to Twitter and been right on her shit. You're in the back. Get to the back of the bus, Rosa. Get to the back. Oh, baby, I would have then roll her ass out.
First of all, she had come from an event. She didn't even change clothes because I follow her on some of the social media sites. So I had seen that she posted pictures of herself in that outfit out somewhere. I don't know where she was, but she was out somewhere. And then she apparently came straight from whatever event she was on and got straight on the plane. I don't fly like that, friend. I was like, that could not be comfortable. That's not good. Like, why you can change Clarissa? And maybe she didn't have enough time. She's a celebrity boxer, so she didn't have time. She was moving and shaking.
You got time. Let me tell y'all. That's why people be saying this shit. And she is a cute girl. She didn't even have no makeup. Her hair was done. If she would have had on, listen, for Christmas, I got some very nice Victoria's Secret outfits. Like I got the tops and the sweats. That's a quick flight outfit, friend. You could have put you on a top and a bottom. This motherfucker had on knee-high boots and a goddamn glitter moo. Where was your boot? On that you sat in the back.
I ain't gonna say she sat in the back. Maybe she was in the back half of first class. Maybe
No,
she
ma'am.
was in the back half of.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I'm telling you, Alicia Baumgartner is not petty enough for me. She petty, but she ain't petty enough, baby, because I would have followed her all the way to that goddamn seat. Now I'm following your ass. Shannon Briggs. Sign the contract, ma'am. 147. Talking about she gonna have to come up to 160 now. Girl, do you want to fight some real competition or what? Or you want to keep beating up on these goddamn hotel workers?
Well, I'm gonna read these super chats and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm thinking is going on here. Okay. Not me. He says, Boxiana, you mean. As far as the injuries Shakur had, it is what it is. Move on and show us the dog you say you are. Same. I said for Tio. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at him for showing his injuries because whatever was said to him resonated with him, so he felt compelled to share. Um, which is fine. Just all of this will be wiped away with your next performance if you're healthy. That's really all I got for Shakur. I don't have much for him at this point. It's like beating a dead horse. Nothing's going to be solved until his next fight. But I would like to see him a little more assertive, a little more aggressive. But we shall see. We shall see. And I'm very interested to see who he fights next because it's a lot of people over right there at Top Rank that he can fight. And what we did get out of that whole thing was that is going to be his last fight on Top Rank. So it's going to be interesting to see if he hasn't re-signed with them by the time he makes his last fight, who they're going to put him in the ring with. Because they may try to set him up for failure. Who knows? But he owes them one more fight, and he says he's open to signing with anybody else. We shall see.
I hate you fucking boxing fans. I know you're finna read that. I hate you fucking boxing fans. Like, y'all don't want to see shit unless it's one of those fights where y'all feel like it's gonna be something. We want to see the best fight. We want to see the best fight the best. That's it. Those are the best. And if they want to fight each other, I don't give a fuck. Somebody got to lose 20 pounds. Somebody got to gain 20 pounds. Some weight either got to be gained or lost. We stop, you guys. Just fucking stop. We complain about everything that's getting thrown in front of us. We want to see the best fight the best. Either some weight got to get lost or some weight got to get gained. My friend is coming back. I don't want y'all to think because she lost the fucking franchise that shit done for. There's a motherfucker out there for some fights. Like we got y'all. Come on, man. Come on.
My thing is, I agree with you. The one thing that I do know as far as women and the weight yo-yoing, it gets harder as we get older to manipulate the weight like that. So it's probably going to be easier for Alicia to move up than it is for Clarissa to come back down. But it's somewhere they can meet in the middle. They can fight at a catch weight. At this point, it won't be for belts. It'll just be a good ass fight, a good ass woman's fight. They can hype it up. They can, market it well. And who knows? Clarissa should beat her. She's the better, bigger woman. She should beat her. She should. But take the fight so we can see it. Take the fight. You that confident, take the fight. Take it. What are we doing? Who else do you have? Who else is up there for you to fight? But Clarissa let the head out the bag. She got a PFL fight coming up, an MMA fight coming up. She's not finna be in the boxing ring no time soon. So just say that. Just say that. Mr. Mont says, who wants to bet that Clarissa is somewhere offended by something? Exactly. And is. Always is. Always is. And watch for the hooks. He came back. He says, Clarissa gonna beat Alicia ugly. Oh, damn. You think she gonna beat her up so bad she gonna beat her in the ugly? Come on now. 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 I don't know. I really don't know. I think that if somebody is willing to go up to meet you at 147, where you said you were willing to fight Keith Thurman, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Unless you was lying and about trying to fight Keith Thurman. That's all I'm saying. She painted herself in that corner. We didn't do that. She kept standing on it. And when I say standing on it, she was standing firm on it about coming down to 145 to fight Keith Thurman. If you're willing to come down to 147 to fight Keith Thurman, why wouldn't you come down to 147 to fight an Alicia Baumgartner that's gonna be coming up?
Because she like fighting them hotel workers. That's it. So don't nobody want to see the best fight the best. It's gonna be some Alicia gonna get her ass beat. Blah 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 blah. If that's the case, Bud go fight Canelo. Guess what he gonna get? His ass beat. Since y'all like seeing shit.
I was having that conversation today. Friend, what's a better fight? Canelo versus Bud or Canelo versus Benavidez? What's a in terms of not you as a hardcore boxing fan? And I'm asking the chat too, because I was asking somebody who's he's not a casual, but he's not a hardcore fan either. And he has the mindset that it'll be a bigger fight, numbers wise, popularity wise, just in general, Canelo versus Bud. He seems to think that Canelo versus Bud is a bigger fight than David Benavidez versus Canelo.
Absolutely not. David Benavidez versus Canelo is the freaking fight. I don't know what this Bud dream of fighting Canelo and all that shit, because y'all be the main one preaching weight classes are there for a reason. Y'all not sending Bud up to 168 pounds to get his ass dog walked by somebody that's finna rehydrate to 178 pounds in the motherfucking ring. I don't give a shit of what he walk around. I don't give a damn about none of that. Y'all don't want to see Alicia Baumgardner and Clarissa Shields because Clarissa gonna beat the shit out of Alicia. I don't want to see Bud and Canelo because Canelo gonna beat the shit out of Bud, and then y'all gonna be in here crying. Canelo was on that shit. Blah blah blah. Whatever the fuck y'all got excuses. Canelo versus Benavidez is the fight. The rest of that shit these people be talking is insane.
Well, alrighty then.
Nah, I ain't never wanted Errol to fight no fucking Canelo. And if they did, I wanted Errol and Canelo to fight 160 pounds, where Errol should be fighting at in the first place.
Bingo.
I ain't never wanted to see him come up to 100 from 147 pounds to 168 pounds. That shit is ghetto and it's wrong. Y'all know it's wrong. I ain't never wanted to see that shit. If I did, it was gonna be at 160 where it was supposed to be.
That's what now I completely agree with you on that, friend. A condo says Clarissa's too busy wanting the world to put her as the greatest over male boxers, but she won't fight the real smoke that's calling her out. She's a duck. Woo. I'm gonna read that again. A condo said Clarissa too busy wanting the world to put her as the greatest over male boxers, but she won't fight the real smoke that's calling her out. She's a duck. Damn.
But if we say that, we hating.
Damn.
Not wanting to see the best fight the best because of some weight or some bullshit, y'all crazy. But we asking for the men to do the same shit. Y'all hollering about Inouye versus fucking Tank, and the man just got to 126 pounds.
Speaking of Inouye, did you see who he's supposed to be fighting next?
Neary. With his big overweight bullying ass.
He's supposed
that's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited about that, and I'm glad that Inouye is not taking the bait, and because I know he's hearing the chatter. I know he knows it would be a huge payday. But shout out to him and shout out to Tank both for not entertaining the foolishness that has been said. Now I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I did take part in the foolishness. Okay, I feel like they can meet at 130. However, I don't believe that either one is willing to do it. We shall see. We don't know what the money is going to be looking like later on. We don't know anything about what's going on with the Amazon deal and the PBC. They have not given us a slate of fights. They haven't given us a schedule yet. So we're really just patiently waiting to see what's going on. Has anybody heard anything about the PBC schedule? Anybody heard anything? I have not. I haven't heard anything.
Well, I mean, I don't know nothing about no PBC schedule, but I think our young little brother, which is his birthday yesterday, got
shout out
something
to Frank
up.
Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Frank Martin.
Happy birthday. But yeah, I think he's gonna be inching up to something here soon. So I would be on the lookout for that. But there ain't no PBC schedule for shit yet.
Yeah.
Nothing.
John Norrie, we don't agree on a lot of stuff. And I won't go as far as to say, well, fuck Tank up. But I do believe it'll be way more competitive than a lot of people may think.
I did hear that too. Texas 16, Caleb Plant and Jamal.
Ah,
I heard that was one of them ones.
okay. Well, we're halfway into January, and ain't that crazy? Time ain't waiting on
What?
nobody.
Nobody. Like it literally was just Christmas.
Drink don't get cussed out in here.
I was waiting for you to say something to him because he just been going all day. I ain't got, you know what? I ain't been reading the comments like that no more. Cause I be letting people like really, really upset me by some of the stuff that they be saying. I just stopped reading.
You know what? Drink be in the comments all the time. I actually had I got the opportunity to hear him on a panel the other day, and I had never heard his voice before. Drink, where you from? Because he sounds like he got a little East Coast twang on him. Where you from? Drink more water. Where are you from?
Ain't call Frank whatever they want to call. They ain't gonna be calling him shit after he announced his next fight. Y'all gonna be looking crazy then. And I'm gonna be laughing at y'all.
Oh, you from DC. Makes sense.
Frank a duck, but Shakur ran from Edward De Los Santos and y'all blaming it on the shoulder when he fought like Ophelia the same way. Let's stop. You guys a runner, a track star, an elite athlete in running. He need to switch professions. I know that USA team will pick him right on up, much as he run. I'm not doing this with y'all today.
Fred, give him your closing remarks. We done been on here much too long for y'all.
We have. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, hanging out with us. We're on to our next goals, you guys. Like, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're not always going off on here. These last two shows have been my opportunity to talk crazy to people that decided to talk crazy to me. So by Sunday, I'm been and cleared my act up. I won't be acting like this anymore. Um, we'll be back to discuss the results of, and I think that's the only fight tomorrow. Remember next weekend we can't. We'll talk about that on Sunday. I'll make a note. We
What?
need to discuss what Michaela Mayer said about Alicia Baumgartner.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
we'll come back and discuss that on Sunday. That Sunday is a lot of people's birthdays. So happy birthday to you guys in advance. Um, we'll be back to talk to y'all on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
Discuss
friend.
all these
Did
fights.
you see
Yeah,
that Boost Smoke? Boost told Buzz
I
send that
did.
contract, honey.
We'll see. We'll see if one gets sent. He
Mm.
don't want. He don't want to fight Errol again. I damn show.
Mm.
No, he ain't finna fight no goddamn Terrence Crawford.
Well,
So yeah, we'll be here on Sunday. I won't be talking crazy to nobody, but we'll be here telling jokes and
we'll
all
be
that
here
stuff.
telling jokes, having a grand old time mixing comedy and boxing commentary. You guys, please do us a huge favor. Hit that like button on your way out if you haven't already. Share our episode, okay? Let your friends know about us. Um, Comment in the comment section if you guys are catching the replay and you didn't get a chance to catch us live. Let us know what else you want to talk about on Sunday, since we have like a small fight card on Sunday. We don't have a lot to cover as far as actual fights. But let us know. Go Cowboys. Go Texans. I hope you guys are successful too. And I hope. I mean, what you want me to say?
We don't need no hope. We got this shit in the bag. Y'all the one that needs some hope. Y'all need some hope and a new quarterback and a coach.
Our quarterback finna win MVP, big dog. Well, he
Nah,
about to be second in the running. He finna be in
yeah.
the MVP running, big dog. Is
Almost doesn't count.
oh, okay. Oh, okay. Shut me up. Shut me right on
Shoot.
up then. Okay. Okay.
Almost don't count,
All
friend. It
right.
is what it is. You have been on my ass all year. My team finally doing something. I get to talk that same amount of shit back.
Oh, okay.
Finally.
Oh, Condo, that's how you feel? That's how
Hmm.
oh, that's how you feel? Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah, we'll see y'all Sunday. Yeah, all that. Yeah, I see y'all coming out the woodworks talking that shit
Yeah.
to me.
Big country got jokes. Meanwhile, Arizona can't fucking peach a bitch. How about that? Get them fucking Cardinals together. Then come talk to me. But you can't do that because y'all suck this year. Let's go.
And that's on that. We'll see y'all on Sunday. Thanks for coming out. Have a great weekend and enjoy your people. Bundle up. It's supposed to be cold this weekend, y'all. Peace.